Hello everybody, I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day. We're going to continue with the timing to light candles, to light Shabbos candles, and I have today helping me Daniel David Cohen, who is going to assist me and make sure that everything that I say is correct. He's going to correct me if I say anything wrong, right Daniel? Okay. So yesterday we spoke about that the earliest time that you can light candles is by Plaga Mincha, which is 1.25 hours, halachic hours before sunset. What is the latest time that one should light candles? So there are two reasons why you should light not right before sunset, but sometime before Shkia, before sunset. One reason is because lighting, if Chas v'Shalom you end up lighting on Shabbos, that's like Chil Shabbos is a fire, it's a Chiv Karis, so you have to stay far away from it. And since we paskin like the Shita of the Cohen and many Rishonim, that once the sun sets, what we call sunset, it is already a suffix laila. It's already a suffix that Shabbos has begun. It's that period called Ben Hashmashas. You have to treat it as if Shabbos has begun. So therefore, one has to be super careful to stay far away from doing any malacha before Shkia. That's one reason why you would light early. A second reason why you would light early is because there's a mitzvah deraisa of Tosefes Shabbos, of adding on to Shabbos. So therefore, we want to be makabel Shabbos early to fulfill this mitzvah of Tosefes Shabbos. Okay, so let's talk about the times. In Yerushalayim, the minhag is to light 40 minutes before Shkia. In many places in America, and most places besides for Chicago, there seems to be a minhag to light 18 minutes before Shkia, by the Hasidim 15 minutes before Shkia. If you look in the Mishabura, the Chavetz Chaim writes that somebody should light 30 minutes before Shkia, a half hour, or at least a third of an hour before Shkia. So the Chavetz Chaim is saying one should light 30 minutes before Shkia, or at least 20 minutes before Shkia. And interestingly, that is our minhag in Chicago. Chicago is unique that the minhag here is to light candles 20 minutes before Shkia, as opposed to elsewhere in America where it's 18 minutes. And the Chicago is actually the one that has a source in the Mishabura. So go Chicago. So that's really the time that somebody should light. You should not light less than 20 minutes before Shkia. If somebody wants to light earlier than that, great. I mean, obviously not before Plag, but Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky says it's a tremendous sechus to light early, so to like 5 minutes before the candlelighting time. So let's say candlelighting time is 20 minutes before Shkia, so to like 25 minutes or 30 minutes before Shkia, tremendous close. But at least 20 minutes before Shkia. Now, what happens, we're human beings, what happens if it didn't happen? So now it's less than 20 minutes before Shkia. How late can a woman light if she did not yet light? Got stuck in traffic or something, she's running into the house, how late can a person light? So, I want to be stressed that what I'm saying now is not what is okay. It's not okay to light so close to Shkia. I am talking in an instance where, whatever, the kid had to go to the emergency room and she ran back and now she finds herself as 10 minutes before Shkia. What should she do? So 10 minutes before Shkia, a woman can for sure still light. Some places can say that if it's less than 5 minutes before Shkia, a woman should not light. Okay? Other places can say, and I saw this from Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, up till 2 minutes before Shkia, a woman could still light. Now, this is only said, the place can say this is only if you have a clock that you know is 100% accurate. The clock on the wall could sometimes be off by a couple of minutes, so if it's, less than 5 minutes, you should not light. But if you're going with an atomic clock or maybe a phone that is going to be within 30 seconds of the right time, you're going with Sprint's time or Verizon's time, so you know that you got the right time, then in a case of severe b'diavad, again, we don't want to rely on this, but in a case of severe b'diavad, a person could light up to 3 or maybe even 2 minutes before Shkia. However, a woman who normally lights many candles, in such a situation, again, this is a very b'diavad situation, in such a situation, she should only light 2 candles. But once you get to less than 2 minutes before Shkia, even with an atomic clock, you can't light. A woman cannot light. Now, the women get very traumatized by this because there's a halacha that they're going to have to add a candle for the rest of their life. So, you have to be very strong that, lighting a candle for the rest of your life is not such a big deal, but Chilul Shabbos is a very huge deal. One way to avoid that would be if a woman is very close to Shkia and she can't light, you do have the period of Ben Hashmashas, so you have like 15 minutes after that where if you could find a guy to be a shaliach, a messenger to light the candles for. If there's some way to get a guy to come and light the candles, the guy could be the shaliach, light them for the woman. She would not make a bracha on that, but that would be enough that she will have, through the guy, have fulfilled her mitzvah of lighting Neiros to the extent that she will not have to light a candle in the future. In any event, if a woman is very traumatized, whether or not she, by this thought of the stigma of always having to light a candle in the future, Shaila should be asked, and many times, oftentimes, a leniency could be found where she would not be required to light an extra light for the rest of her life. Okay? Hatzlacha, Rabbi. Everybody have a great day.